god. Oh, there we go. We are now
Oh
on
my
the
gosh.
stream.
Yep.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, I'm so excited.
Any percent race. By far the most known and popular category, so pretty hype, I gotta say.
Yep.
Pretty hype. Yeah, 4-player race, 2 commentators. Me and JX. I
Hello, I'm JX.
I wouldn't I wouldn't consider me an any percent runner, but JX here is a amazing any percent runner. So lots of information that JX will tell you that's very useful.
Yes, yes. I just got my 35, so kind of gaming a little bit.
Okay, so any percent. So basically, goal of any percent is gonna be beat the game as fast as possible without glitches. And these 4 gamers, all 4 top runners by the way, very good players, are pretty fast at beating the game. So yeah, I think JX knows how fast they are exactly. So
Yep. Yeah, so Guanki's PB is a 32-32, and then Leps is a 32-38. Unyo has a 32-53, and then Palm has a 33-13.
very insane gamer times, because actually that is very. I think all 4 of these runners are easily in the top 10. Um,
Yes. Yep.
so that's very exciting.
Yes, they're all so incredibly talented. I know that Palm is going for a 32 eventually too, so they are all gonna have 32s, which is actually insane.
I mean, they should all be very warmed up because I think all 4 of them, except maybe Anyo, are grinding any percent. Guanqi for a
Right.
world record, Lev for a world record, and Palm for a 32. So they're all
Yep.
grinding. This is very good. I'm excited. Yeah,
I'm
it's
excited
gonna
too.
be a good one.
This is very highly anticipated race. I know I've been looking forward to it all week, so I'm really excited to get started.
Guanqi is yeah, Guanqi's just practicing. It's all good. I wonder where we're gonna start here. Seems like everyone's on the uh main menu screen except Guanqi.
Looks like Lep's timer.
Yeah, something going on with Lep's timer. But it's okay. We will entertain you until it starts. Trust.
Yes. You say we're gonna entertain and then we're just quiet.
What? No.
We'll
Okay.
entertain you and then we're just like silent.
I was looking at the arts or like the overlay. It's very cool.
Yes, this overlay is amazing. Actually, who did Sierra make this?
I think it's Chira. I'm not
Yes,
sure though, but I'm
very. It was
sure.
so good.
Yeah, once to an any percent. Yeah, that's like the reaction most people have, I think, because this is very hype category.
Yes, definitely.
Lep is just messing around. That is not going to happen in the run, but I mean, actually, I don't know if that's a new strat or not. That's why JX is here. JX knows all the
Oh my
strats.
gosh, that wall clean sword is not something that's gonna be used. I don't think. I mean, these runners are so much better than me. I have no idea. There are some strats that I'm like, I don't know.
You haven't watched any percent in so long. Well, there might be a lot of cool things, new things that
There
you haven't
are
seen.
quite a few new things.
I am very excited for the very cool, epic Valkling storage thing that Lep's kind of showing off here. Yep. I wonder what's going on. I think they are getting ready to start soonish. Yeah, any percent has come really far. Mainly, I mean, Pest's world record is no one would have ever expected a time like that to be possible. But it is. And these runners aren't even that far off. Unfortunately, though. Oh. But hold on, hold on. What's going on here? The inevitable 31? It's actually crazy that we're mentioning a 31 as possible, but yeah, it is actually possible. It's gonna be very hard. but I think we're gonna
Yes,
see it.
a 31 would be actually nutty.
Yeah, 32 is already mind-blowing, so yeah.
Yes, definitely. Oh my gosh. A 33 is insane.
Notable, Guanqi, in the last race she did, actually dropped a 32, so not a stranger to
Yep.
races. Very, very crazy. Yeah, Chris is the restreamer. Shoutouts.
Just waiting to get started. I don't know what Lep is doing.
Lev is still just.
Just vibing. Oh, just. I assume that Guanki's maybe just probably restarting Vanilla
Probably
1221.
restarting the game, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
We're getting ready to start.
Let
Let's
go
go.
to the title screen. What is he doing?
Just practicing the new strat.
There's no way. That's that'd be chaotic.
Yeah, he got a little bit of time now to grab a snack for the epic race.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. Lepis. Alright, we're getting
Yeah.
ready to start.
Yes,
Oh my
yes.
god.
So exciting.
Alright, there we go.
Alright. Let's see.
Yep. Countdowns are.
About to be.
Runners are yeah, runners are confirming they're ready now, and then we're gonna count down and they'll be off. I'm pretty sure they're using load normalizer as well, so it'll be synced up for the most part, if they are tied, that is.
Yep.
I've hiccups.
Alright,
Sorry.
they should. Here it goes.
Stop! They're over. They're gone.
Alright, they should be off here soon.
Woo!
For
Let's go.
KP, people arrive.
This is very hype.
Tom
Let's
has
go,
to clear
chat.
that first file.
Hello, they're getting ready. Oh boy. I hope no one accidentally clicks Steel Soul. That would be
Right.
good.
That'd be chaotic.
We do die in this run.
Right. It would actually ruin. That'd be a reset for sure.
Oh! There we go!
Yep, and they're off.
They all.
Right.
Looks like Anyo a little bit. They're all relatively. Guanqi is having a very long load there.
Yeah, that was really long. Oh, Lep got the hard fall in the beginning. That's unfortunate. So in the beginning, you have early control where you pause the game really quickly, and then you cancel your hard fall at the bottom with an inventory drop, which you see throughout the entire run.
Yep.
So kind of messed that up a little bit. Definitely gonna lose time there.
Yeah, and lose some damage, because if you do mess that up, the crawler's in the way, and you kind of take damage.
It messed that whole kind of cycle up there.
Right, making our way through King's Pass. Nothing too crazy here.
Got the soft falls. I think everyone got the soft fall.
Yes. Alright, chat. Oh my god, the most exciting part of the run. Now we're just going to jump, and then we're gonna
Palm
keep jumping.
51. Palm with a 51 KP. I think that was the fastest KP.
Yeah, 51 KP is very nice. Palm's gaming.
So through Dirtmouth, yeah, you buffer jumps to make sure that you go faster, because usually you walk past that bench, which is extremely slow, so we keep jumping just to make sure the knight's going faster.
I think Sawayoshi is going to be the timekeeper. Is Rix here, or is it going to be Sawa? Because I know they both note times in the chat for the runners.
Yes.
The time differences between runners. Oh, Rix is here too. I know who's gonna do it, but there's always someone in chat, very kind, timing the runners.
Palm with a 131 Aspid Arena entry, which is pretty speedy.
A double spike? Oh no! Palm
misses
the
it.
double spike.
Recovers
There
well.
goes the lead. Lep got it
Anyo.
very nicely. Yeah, that's gonna.
4x, all 4x exits there. It's really good.
So yeah, you want to hit that spike to kill both the aspets, but it's not that easy.
Yeah, it's pretty tight to do on 1-2-2-1. You have to make sure that you buffer your jumps correctly and everything when you jump onto the platform and do a quick nail turnaround. But yeah, it's really, really easy to miss.
They're all relatively close, though. Damn.
Definitely, yeah.
But the huge mistakes near mid game are going to start. Oh, that's a little bit unfortunate.
Yeah, Palm messing up the statue pogo.
I think Guanqui messed up too.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a rough VS in the beginning. Probably like race nerves.
I mean, VS isn't the most. VS is honestly, personally, pretty hard to do optimally.
No, I definitely agree. VS is really hard to get consistent. Like, every time.
It's our first boss fight. It's not that much of a threat. We just hit him 13 times and then we run away.
Basically, yeah, easy.
Because we skipped them. We don't need the boss for anything. So we basically... There's a little skip here. And we just peace out. And say bye.
Yep. Pretty good. Arena exits. Really, really good.
They're all... Anyo is ahead, I think. Of all
Yep,
the
I
rest.
just saw that.
But all three of them are, I think, almost tied. This is mega close between
Yeah, it is.
everyone. And Anyo is a few seconds ahead. Good start, promising. Oh.
Yeah, definitely really good race.
We're
Ahead of
gonna
us
see
here.
the times in chat, I think, in a sec. Of
Okay.
how close the runners are. Gronky is always in chat when running.
I know. I'm just like, how does she type and run? I could not, ever.
So 34, 35, 35, and a 32. So Anyo,
Pretty good.
little
Very,
bit ahead.
very close. That's, for the first split, that's
all
it's
right. Yeah.
anyone's game here, yeah.
Maybe for these like these runners are top runners. Might be a little slow for them, but it's actually pretty good time.
Yeah, low 3x, mid 3x, pretty good.
Then for a first bit of RNG, this might
Oh,
shift
yes.
the lead.
The boulder, alright,
Oh.
let's see. Oh,
Left
shoot.
2,
3,
4.
4? Okay, 5. Okay, fifth spit. I think Palm got a second spit.
Oh, Guanqui
Anyo,
and Lep.
I missed the other ones.
Yeah, it's hard to watch all of them, but Guanqui and Lep got the most spits for sure.
Yeah, I noticed that.
So
Alright.
Anyo probably keeps the lead here. Yep. Yeah, Palm did get first spit, and the rest did not.
Yeah, I believe so. Nice tight jumps there. Yeah, so in this room, you want to get 6 hits of soul here for the Baldur quick kill and for the fireball skip right after. And if you have a Gruzzer in front of you at all, hit it for soul no matter what, even though if you have 6. It's always really nice to have extra here.
Yeah. That's a little soul collection room.
Yep, so there's the quick kill. You go off screen and you shoot the fireball, and it hits the boulder several times and kills it.
The
And there's
first
that fireball
fireball
skip.
skip, 2 out of 2, 3 out of 3.
Clean, clean,
Oh, 4 out of-
clean.
I think 4 out of 4.
Nice.
Current
Alright.
patch runners cannot do that skip.
Oh yeah, because they don't have soul there. For this room, I believe you want 6 hits of soul. And then you hit the birds in the next room to prepare for the fireball skip.
Yeah,
As
there's
Tom is demonstrating there.
in the run, there's a lot of soul management because, like here, for example, we need to get enough soul to do some skips with the fireball that pushes us just enough backwards to make a jump that shouldn't be makeable, which is a very
Right. Convenient for us speedrunners here. That the fireball skip pushes us just enough back. So, and then here's that last fireball skip. This one's really hard to get because there's that platform. If you bonk your head on that platform,
Oh,
it's kinda not looking good. You have to jump right on the very edge to be able to get that perfect turnaround. That one's
Yeah.
probably one of the hardest ones to get.
That's a rough one, but they're past it. No more
Yep.
fireball skips now.
Yeah, that's it. That's all the fireball skips for the entire run. Kind of crazy when you think of it like that, actually.
There is still some skips, but I think the fireball skips are like the thing in early game for most people where they're like, oh god, thank god they're gone.
Yeah, definitely. Alright, so it looks like Palm did get the double, and then everyone else got the double on the Moss Knight. You just jump forward a little bit, and then the Moss Knight just jumps backwards, and then your fireball hits it twice. So then that changes the soul collection in this room, but you still want up to 7 hits of soul for the what's this? The Finchfly King. For the Finchfly King quick kill.
Yeah. So again, needing some soul to quickly kill that Finchfly King thing.
Let's take a look at their Geo. So Gwanky right now, pretty low, 204. You want 206 going into the Hornet fight for later when we buy Shaman. So she's gonna have to make up that 2 Geo somehow, and usually that is made up by the Mantis in the next split. So we'll take a look at that, keep your eye on that.
Right, so will they go for yes, so some players going for doubles. Doubles is fireball hitting an enemy multiple times. It's very useful, used in a lot of fights because we use spells for damage mainly because we don't get nail upgrades. But you can also bully Hornet in a corner here, but looks like but all the runners tried getting some doubles in there instead of bullying in the corner.
Yeah, the easiest way to get the double is if you jump a little bit and then that fireball hits the top of Hornet's hitbox, and then she's more likely to jump back and get that double.
They're very
Unyo pretty ahead here.
My god, they're so synced. Let's go.
They are so synced. Oh my gosh, so good. So yeah, the next split here is Claw. So this is a really, really, really important ability to have throughout the entire run. It includes 2 pretty good skips, pretty difficult skips, and then just like a lot of movement towards the way.
Alright. Lep is ahead here on the screen. Let's see the fungal drop.
Yes, the fungal drop.
A really cool drop.
Good inventory drop. Nice.
We dodge all the platforms.
Let's see. Set it. Okay, kind of mess up static slash. Palm mess up static slash T. Let's see.
And you also.
Okay.
Oh, Gwanky got it.
Gwanky got it there. Yeah, static slash just bumps you back a little bit, and then you dash. Once you get past that little platform. And then I believe they all go for Wii Pogo, which saves about 0.3 compared to the other kind of E-Pogo.
So we Pogo exploding shroom here to get up to a ledge where we're not allowed to be up normally.
Right.
So yeah, you'll see here Lep is ahead again. You basically use the explosion to... Yep, there we go.
You damage tank and then you Pogo the explosion here. Nice, them all getting it perfectly. You love to see it. That was so clean. And then let's see if Gwanky's gonna get some of that Geo that's needed.
Yeah, probably.
Nice Mantis Pogo.
Yeah, Gwanky got it.
Yep, she got it. Perfect.
Oh, early control. Yes.
Yep, that early control saves about 4 seconds, if I remember correctly.
They all get it.
Yeah, that was clean. That's a pretty easy skip to get.
So yeah, we basically try to get that Mantis to hit us in the face so we can control our character earlier when we pick up the ability. I do not recommend doing it on 1 HP.
You will die.
God, speak from experience.
You did that.
I mean, it's hard to forget that early control.
That's fair. That's fair. Especially with a damage tank E-Pogo.
We're on our way to buy our charm. Why buy a charm, you say? Because it's gonna be our damage output for the rest of the run.
Yep. Notice Unyo's Geo here. 227 is actually filthy rich. Which is gonna help him later for when we go into city. Like, that's gonna help him significantly.
Yeah, Anyo's actually having a pretty good time right now. I have not seen many mistakes from Unyo.
Yeah.
Good early game. The other three are not too far behind though. That just shows how tight and close and optimal this category is. Because it really, the seconds matter at top level.
Yeah.
There goes Gruz Mom.
Let's
Goodbye.
see. Nice. Really, really nice. Let's see these cleanups. Clean cleanup.
Very
Oh,
nice.
okay, missed one, but still pretty good cleanup.
So yeah, we want to kill all the children here with the fireball. so if you miss some children with the fireball, you have to clean it up with your nail and it loses time.
Right.
And there we go, Shaman Stone. Very strong fireballs now.
So now they're gonna damage tank on the way to waking up Sly to set up for the shade skip. This death is on purpose. We're not making any cheesy
Yeah.
jokes here.
This is an intentional death. Don't worry about it.
And then the fireball to get that 1 or 2 geo from that husk, just for fun.
So yeah, we use the thing we leave behind when we die to again gain height. Lots of these skips involve getting heights. There we go.
Nice clean shade skips. So then next is the Blue Lake Wall Cling storage.
Oh, Guanki's getting super unlucky.
Oh gosh, actually scammed. Lep went for the 1 nail slash, which saves like 1.5 to 2 seconds.
Anyo's having a lot
Anyo
of
missing
trouble.
it. Yeah, there's 3 different setups for that. There's the 1 slash, 3 slash, and 2 slash, but 2 slash is bad. 3 slash saves 0.8 to 1, and then the 1 slash is 1.5 to 2 seconds.
Guanki and Lep are perfectly tied right now.
Amazing.
JX Stan. What the hell? Interesting.
Alright, so next is the Dream Plats, up until they get the Dream Nail. And usually this is pretty clean. In the beginning there's the impossible jump where you jump before the platforms show up. I think all of them do.
Yeah.
It's a pretty... If you're comfortable with Dream Plats, you'll go for it, is my understanding. I, however, do not go for this.
So,
Lep
just
getting
saying, because someone actually asked me once if I was spawning in these platforms myself. We are not spawning in these platforms. The game is spawning the platforms. It's not us.
They thought that you spawned in the like you hit a button and spawned them in or something?
Yeah, they thought, they were like, wow, you're like spawning in the platforms where you're dashing. That's so convenient. I'm like, I am not spawning in the platforms.
That's so convenient. What? Oh my gosh. We missed. Okay, we missed the Dream Plats.
It's okay. We just dash over to Dream Nail. And now we do early. Oh, well.
Yes, the early control, so good. The night sleepy dashing.
So there's a little trick here where you can move during the wake up animation, and you can basically, it looks like that.
And then those times 13.0x and a 13.1x Dream Nail, which is pretty good. Usually these runners, if they're trying to PB, they'll get sub 13 Dream Nails, but looks like Lep didn't get that Resting Grounds Walking Storage. Palm didn't get it. Let's see.
Guanki
got it. Okay. So that Resting Grounds Walking Storage saves about a second and a half.
Anyo got it too. So this is something new for old any percent enjoyers. There's stuff like that now, yeah.
Yeah, that's actually very difficult. That's a frame perfect walking storage setup right there. You have to jump instantly after falling out of the transition, and I think it's a 4-frame window. It might be 2.
Guanki 18, Anyo 19. Wait, no. No, well, they're all very, very close actually. Look at the times from Rick's. How close this is right now. Within
Yes, yeah.
a few seconds of each other. But that's all gonna change really soon, I bet, when the person on the overlay, that Rolly boy, is going to appear.
The person.
The the thing on the overlay. The Watcher Knight.
Yeah, so what Shauna's referring to is the fight, which is before picking up Lurian, which they're on their way now to after City. It's kind of the biggest thing in City. It's one of the most difficult fights when you're starting any percent. I think definitely
It's-
like for beginners, it's
yeah.
a hard thing. It definitely can.
For beginners, it's hard to
Bad.
get past Watcher Knights,
Yeah.
and for top runners, it's hard to have a good fight because we want to kill them fast. And Watcher
Right.
Knights is not cooperative sometimes.
Whopper. Yeah. Because you can get pretty bad RNG. Like for the first Watcher, it can bounce a lot, and that's really not what we need. So let's have good. Let's hope that we get good RNG here.
It is.
And then-
Oh, we do a lever skip here, right?
Yes, the lever skip. And then that room
yeah.
stays dark because it doesn't check for, or how does that work? It doesn't check for the other lever to be hit. The one that's
Yeah.
supposed to get hit casually. Because it's not
Yeah.
hit, it stays
The
dark.
the game doesn't expect us to hit levers through walls, so it doesn't light
Right.
up the room. And here we go, Watcher Knight's time. Probably very difficult fight. Let's see how things change after this. Hopefully no deaths because it is very difficult.
With the pogo strats. A lot of top runners will do those pogo strats, the pogo nail cancel, which is, I think, really hard, but apparently it does save some time.
Yeah, they are very close, all of them. But after this fight, I think a lot might change time-wise because boss fights are usually the big time wins or time losses. Looks like the fights are going good so far. Lep's a little low on
Lep
HP.
kind of got hit a lot. Seems to be playing well now.
Yeah,
Whoa, nice dodge there.
Lep should have this. The players. Oh my God,
getting
Lep!
Whew,
Don't
okay,
die.
okay, please. Okay, we're good.
Alright. Sheesh, oh my God. Yeah. I mean, you'll see Watcher Knight's fights finish with 1 HP often. And
Yeah.
it's always scary. Guanky
See.
2 HP. Bomb had a very
Anyo
clean
finishing
fight.
up the fight.
Anyo also going down to 2, but should be fine.
Should be fine. It should. Oh. Let's not
It's
curse.
fine,
I'm
they're
gonna be-
dead.
Has to be. Oh my gosh. Okay, that must
Alright.
be really scary in a race setting to get down to 1 health.
Hey.
I'd be freaking out.
Oh my God, look at this sync! Bomb and Guanky, boom!
Oh, blessed! That was so blessed.
Yeah. Alright, all the runners got past Watcher Knights. That's a big one. So now we're chilling a little bit. But
Yes,
we're gonna
now
see,
we can chill.
I think we're gonna see big differentials time-wise now. After that fight, we'll see how the
Yep.
times have changed.
Definitely. So this next split is basically just getting Geo for for the rest of the run. Basically, there's 300 Geo for King Station Stag, the Lumify Lantern, and then the Toll.
Oh, look at Bomb and Guanky! Look at the times and their screens! They're literally
So
tied!
blessed.
They're literally tied in like
Oh.
both time and Palm lost a few seconds to Guanky there. Oh boy, oh boy. This is so I love that.
Oh my gosh.
Anyo running very far behind, not time-wise, but like sync-wise, because Anyo has very long loads. The computer is not
Mm-hmm.
cooperating. Yes, that word again.
Cooperator.
Yeah, Anyo
Oh my
is
gosh,
also-
the terrible Did you see the big husk
Yeah.
RNG right there that Lep got right
Gwanky
on the
had it
left? You
too.
kind of have to damage tank through that. There. Wow.
Gwanky had it as well. Anyo
That's
actually did lose
unfortunate.
tons of time. Like, Anyo was in the lead, and now Anyo is pretty far behind because of just the fight.
Yeah. So here we come down and we hit this lever to open the gate, and then we go awaken Lem.
Yeah, Lev. We're about to sell some stuff to Lev. Let's go. So yeah, this is where we get our money. We've been collecting these all throughout the run in convenient places, and now we sell it and we get all of our money so we can get into Crystal Peaks with Lantern.
So Unyo, actually, this is when that Geo surplus that he had earlier. So he won't have to kill any husks after he sells to Lem. He should have enough. I'm pretty sure 1226 is plenty.
Yep. It's really hard. Yeah, there's a lot of screens to look at. Maybe we should like make a deal that I look at Guank and Palm, and you look at Lep and Anyo or something.
I'm gonna look at all of them. I'm too invested into seeing almost as much as I can.
Me too. It's really close between all of them. I freaking love this. It's such a close race right now. My god, who's gonna win, guys? Oh, who knows? We don't know. It's so close.
So good. So Gwanky kind of messing up this movement in King Station. That
jump's evil. Firebell.
Yes, it is.
No
yeah, Firebell saves 1.3, I believe. That sounds right. You're basically just using the transition time to stop the timer to save time. Anyo also messing up this room. Okay, that room sucks.
And here we buy Lantern. Now we get to go into Crystal Peaks to get our crystal, like the, you know, you go. What's it called?
Right. The C dash. You said the.
The C dash. Yeah. We need, so to beat the game, you need either Isma's Tear or Crystal Heart, and Crystal Heart is faster for humans. There is an Isma route, but it's so difficult that any percent just basically we go for Crystal Heart instead. And then we can beat the game.
Ooh, Palm kind of getting bullied in that room with
wow,
the infected flies.
Lep had the most insane Walkling Storage chain there I've ever seen. Chained it all the way to the end of the...
Oh my gosh, I didn't see! Okay, that's fine.
4 or 5 chains?
Dang, that is so insane. That's a really, really hard Walkling Storage to get there, and to chain it is insane. That really fast Pogax, too good, too good.
Yeah, so we use... The enemy throws a little axe, and then we poke off the axe. It's a really annoying little trick that saves a little time, like 3 seconds, but yeah.
So Gwanky missing the Pogax and is reloading the room second time. But I do also want to point out Lep's movement in that one room where God Pixel is. He went for Dog Cycle, which is just backwards God Cycle, and damage tanked, but it does save time. And then Gwanky finally getting through there. Anyo with the Pogax. Well. Yeah.
This is a very movement heavy.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
They're all moving through Crystal Peaks. Gwanky not having to take damage there. And here, the laser cycle, usually we damage tank here on purpose, so we make a cycle. There we go. That's basically it.
Yeah.
Underplat, if they have to do underplat, all of them.
Oh my god,
there we go.
Absolutely. Underplat has to happen. Alright, so there's Lep collecting C-Dash.
This is still really close, but unfortunate for Guanqi that she lost so much time to freaking Pogax. It is an annoying trick.
Yeah.
Sometimes the miner just doesn't work with you and doesn't throw the axe, and you're like, okay, well, I guess
Yeah.
enemies just don't want to attack me anymore. Right, Lep is in the lead now. And now we're going to see another boss which can lose tons of time due to
A pretty
pure
cool
RNG.
boss.
Yeah. We're going to Umu now. That's the second Dreamer that we get, and the boss protecting the Dreamer is a very RNG heavy boss. It is a
Extremely.
very it's very hard to do it optimal too. So the fastest we can kill Umu is a 2-cycle. It is not easy to pull off, but it is the fastest. A free cycle loses I don't know how much time, but it's not nice to get a
I
free
think it's
cycle.
like 14 or 18. I don't know why I said 14. I'm pretty sure it's 18. I'm not entirely sure though. And it also varies.
Aleph is playing really well right now. I
Yeah,
wonder.
yeah, he
I
is.
hope.
Oh, he's going for the walkling storage here. Nice.
Oh!
Let's go. That's such a good walking storage. I love that.
That is very cool. That's the first time I see that.
That was so good.
All right, here we go. So hopefully all the runners get a 2-cycle, which means Umu is basically vulnerable only 2 times, and then you
Yep.
kill it. If you
With the
can't kill
smart
it
control.
after 2 damage rotations, it's a bit unfortunate.
Yeah.
So we lure Umu to the middle. Hopefully Umu gets stuck in the platform and we can do the damage rotation, which is a
No
whole
extra.
mouthful. And there we go. That's the rotation. Yeah, that looks good
Nice,
for
good
left.
1-cycle. Yep. Definitely good 1-cycle. Or first cycle.
Yeah. If Lep gets this, it's actually a really good pace. Like,
Yeah.
this is very good pace. Lep is not just doing good in the race, doing good in like, oh no! Is that
Oh,
extra?
extra. Slow too.
And that is pure RNG time loss right there that we
Yep.
can do nothing about. And that
Can
might
still
even
pull off the 2-cycle.
Yeah, Lep
There we
saves
go.
it though. Very good
Yep.
by Lep.
Guanqi with the good first damage rotation. And then also, Lep's gonna show off this walking storage here. I'm not sure.
Oh, beautiful.
It's just nasty. That's just too good.
Lep movement.
Nice.
Palm getting 2-cycle as well.
Yep.
Guanqi. Oh, yeah. I don't think. No, Guanqi missed it.
Shoot.
That's
Oh,
so
no.
unfortunate. Guanqi is gonna lose a lot of time to that.
Yeah, a
because
significant amount of time here.
Now you have to wait 2, maybe even 3 attacks until you can attack again.
Oh,
and
that's
should already be
pain.
dead.
That's pain.
Does Anyo get it?
I think that was
Anyo got
Anyo.
it.
Yep, that was a 2-cycle. Alright, Guanqi also showing off that walking storage too. Okay, that scares me. That scares me with 1 HP over that acid. That just scares me.
Guanqi cutting it really close.
Oh gosh. God, that was scary.
Chat, Lep is gaming. This is pace. This is
Actually
fast.
gaming so quick right now. Let's go. Alright, so the next thing that they're going up to right now is Queen's Garden's Acid Skip, which is a pretty difficult skip to do. There's even an alternate route for beginner players because it is that intimidating. And then they go into Queen's Gardens, which has some scary parts in it, like Petra Arena.
They're all doing really good, but this next part is by far the hardest part of the run to 90% of the players. First we do an acid skip, and then we go through one of the hardest areas in the game.
So hard.
And we have to take almost no damage, plus an intentional damage tank, because we're not benching or healing for a very long time, all the way up to Deep Nest.
Yeah. Alright, so here, Lep dunking the first try. Oh no, the second?
Oh no, Lep is having
Come
trouble
on.
with the skip. Oh, that looks good. Alright.
That looked good, yeah. Okay, cool. So,
That is
3 health. I expect him to heal here, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see how the rest goes.
Yeah, if you do mess that
Palm
up, you wanna.
let's
Oh,
go.
Palm gets it. Yeah, Palm gets it.
So
No dunks,
good.
no. You really
Alright,
want your health here, so that skip is brutal.
Absolutely. Your health here is so important because like Shauna said, that damage tank, you take 1 and then you're on your way to Beast Den, which you want at least 3, but 4 would be nice. I mean, full health would be nice, but you know, don't stop to heal.
Quonky also very clean acid skip there. And there's the damage tank on left screen. We basically like die in vines and then we spawn next to the lever. Very conveniently.
So convenient. Good job, teacher. So then this arena, not arena, but this long area with the Petras can also be really difficult. There's a lot of neutral dashes in there and you're collecting fire there too. So that's a pretty tough section.
And they're all, I think they're all looking pretty good. Lev has less HP than you optimally have, but that's because of the acid skip. Should be fine though.
Neo kind of messing up the Petra arena.
Yeah. Anyo is having
Trying to
this arena is
recover.
also very
Nice.
unforgiving.
Pogoing the...
Oh, Guanqi messed
Petras.
up the long movement room.
Oh no.
So unfortunate. A lot of unfortunate things for Guanqi. It's very unfortunate.
Yeah.
But honestly, this could still be stand very hard. The hiccups.
Are you okay?
The whole yeah. It's okay. It's the final boss. Okay. So the run is not over yet. Okay. Jesus Christ.
The run is not over yet. Hiccups instantly. Okay. So Lep is going into Den, which is very scary. And I believe he's on 3 health, which means that he has to basically have a perfect Den.
So basically, why health matters, you'll see now. After 1 intentional damage tank towards here, we have to do another 2 damage tanks here.
Exactly.
So that's 3 HP intentionally gone. So if you take any bonus accidental damage, it's
Okay,
not very good.
He opted to do the damage list first about strat, which I definitely think is safe in a race setting. And if he were trying to PB, I don't think he would have done that, but that's definitely just playing it safe because now you can take 1 hit from a spider when before you couldn't if you decided to damage both about.
Loses some time, but left space is still really good.
Yeah.
Left can afford to play a little safe now.
Alright. Everyone else kind of starting their den.
So will Lep do the damage tank here?
Guanqi. Oh my gosh.
Guanqi quitting out.
Guanqi save quitting. Oh my gosh.
What happened to Guanqi's screen? I think Guanqi was going to save quit to get back full health, but I'm not sure if Guanqi closed her game because Guanqi completely reset the game.
I don't think Guanqi alt F4'd. I think, did she alt F4?
I'm not sure what happened to Guanqi. It might have been a crash. I don't know.
I don't know because she paused.
Yeah.
Okay, that was interesting.
We'll have to ask Guanqi about that.
Yes, definitely.
That does put Guanqi very far behind, unfortunately.
Yeah, it does. So to recover that, she's trying to just get some soul from underneath.
Oh, Lep getting bullied by the Devout there.
Oh God, I wonder if he's gonna bench in Dirtmouth. Probably not, but...
Yeah,
oh,
so
Anya with a scary last Devout.
Oh God.
Oh my God, okay. I thought I was about to fall. That was terrifying.
Yeah, you did not want to fall.
There's another fireball. Now we have C-Dash, able to C-Dash out of the room, which is obviously faster than just dashing.
Yeah, so Lep right here is in the lead, and all that's really left is the final boss, just the 1 more fight. Palm is 14 seconds behind, which is... It's possible to come back on the final boss, but
yes.
it's gonna be close either way. I'm excited to see this. Because if Bomb has a really good fight and Lep has a less good fight, this could pull back or even tie.
Yeah, that'd be pretty insane. And Guanqi just now collecting Hera with a pretty clean din as well.
Oh my god.
I know. Oh my god.
Okay.
Let's see.
There. Oh my god, Palm and Lips. Ah. Okay. Okay.
Oh
We'll just watch the
gosh.
final fight.
All right, all right.
So what we're gonna be looking for optimally in this fight is the THK has a dash attack, and we want THK to keep dashing so we can jump over THK and fireball, and the fireball will follow the dash of the THK. And so
Yes.
the same fireball hits THK multiple times because the dash follows the fireball.
You are so hype about the double, and I love it.
No,
you jump for him and then you fireball really quick and then it hits him multiple
right,
times.
Lep's
Yeah.
fighting. Lep's fighting the boss
Yes,
now.
yes.
Bomb is starting it. This is gonna be.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, oh, there
Let's
we
see,
go.
double,
One dash.
double. Oh, they both get nice doubles. Let's go. Nice. Oh my god, another double.
For these players,
Oh,
it's not more.
Palm with the double
Oh,
too. Oh my
nice.
gosh.
These fights are nice.
This is really
Honestly,
nice.
this fight for these players is less about living and more about how fast can I destroy this
Absolutely.
boss.
Nice. They are playing this so clean.
Ah.
That was actually incredible.
Bomb is getting is
These
getting quite a
doubles.
better fight than Lep.
Oh my
Bomb might be
gosh.
catching up here a little bit.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Let's go.
Bomb is having a gamer
Stream
fight.
skip. There we go.
Bomb is on PB phase. Bomb
Oh
is on
my
PB phase.
god. Let's go. Let's go.
I don't know if I don't know. Lep might have gotten the 32 actually.
Oh
No,
my god.
no, it's not.
It's a 33. Oh
Those
my
are-
gosh.
That's a really good time still. And Palm also getting a really good time.
So good.
It's almost over. Like, yeah, there we go.
Oh my
THK
gosh.
def-
GG to
go.
them. That was incredible.
Huge
Ooh, Anyo
GGs.
clean double.
Those are really good times.
3307.
I don't know if that's a PB for Palm. I don't know.
It's
really.
not. His current PB is a 3313.
It's
so kind of
close.
just missed it. That's incredible to play that close to your PB setting. That's so insane.
Alright, and we'll see the other runners finish out the fight here too. Everyone did well. Guanqi had very
so
unfortunate.
good. Yeah, Guanqi, that was really unfortunate.
Let's go. That was a really good race. Palm and Lep,
That was amazing.
very close. It was close
That was so
all the
good.
way through.
Palm played extremely well. They all did. Like,
I mean, I think we're getting all 33s here, possibly.
I'm pretty
Guanqi
sure.
might close because of that crash. But damn, 33 is a good time for a race, and all of them got it, I think. I don't know if Guanqi will get
Wow.
it. Guanqi's very close to killing THK
Scream
here.
skip. Here we go.
But yeah, that even with that crash, that would be very nice if Guanqi got a 33
Yeah.
with the crash. And I
Pretty
think
sure
it
it is a 33. That's a 33.
It is.
I
It's gonna be. It's so.
359?
Oh, I don't know about this. Is it? I want to see all 33s. It has
Well,
to
let's
be.
go. Okay.
Pause. Pause.
Please. Oh. 59. It's gonna be 59.
Ah! Let's go.
God.
All 33s.
Oh my god. GG. That race was so insane. That was amazing to see.
That was epic. That was GG. All 33s. That's so cool. Even with a
That
crash,
was
that's
so
awesome.
incredible.
GG's to Lep for winning, of course.
Yes.
Hey, Palm.
GG. That was insane.
Oh my god.
Palm, you're so close to PB. GG.
If I didn't mention Umo, I would have, but I don't mind. Hey, Gonky.
Funky!
Guanky, yeah, what happened?
happened?
Did your game crash?
No, I alt F4 because I was tilted.
Oh, it was an Alt F4.
And then
I
I thought
still
about
gotta-
resetting for about 20 seconds, and then it was like, no, I'm not gonna reset because I'm racing. And then
You,
lose the
you
game.
still clutched
Okay.
out a 33 with
Yeah.
it. That was cool.
I don't. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
not
look,
gonna
it's-
like. I'll let the people who played well talk.
Oh, GG Lep?
Hey, Lep.
GG?
GG
Lep.
Lep, that was
GG
insane.
Lep, that was really good run.
Yeah, it was.
I'm going to have to run because I'm up next in in the
Good
so
luck,
bye.
Okay.
GG's
Who is
everyone.
Shannon?
Thanks for coming with me, JX. Thanks for running.
Of
running.
course, yeah, it was so good. It was so much fun.
Lots of fun.
Thanks for streaming, Chris, and yeah, bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Is there anything specifically that you guys want to talk about in the race?
I just want to say that I got the best RNG everywhere. Like, actually great watchers. Short, short, long, short, short, Umu.
Oh my god.
Hornet. THK parried a few times, but I got like 1,000,000 dashes. Like, my RNG was insanely lucky.
Yeah, you hit a lot of those doubles.
Everything.
Yeah, it was incredible. You guys all played really, really well.
Except it was a rough start. Like, I think we all had nerves going into it, and I literally messed up the first thing you can possibly mess up. I missed the hardball cancel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like,
was like,
that's
man.
unfortunate.
Okay.
I took that super safe, and then I still somehow got a 335 VS, which is like the worst VS
Same.
I've had. In
Yeah,
like
I also
a
got 35.
month.
Same.
Yeah, and then I got 5 spit after that, and it's like, dude.
Oh,
Wait,
no,
I got 4 or 5. I don't remember. 4 or 5. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I don't remember how much it was. You and Lep definitely had the most spits there.
Yeah.
But yeah, GG's. I'm pretty sure we probably have to
yeah, we
go
gotta
on to
switch.
the next thing. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, GG guys. I
What's
had a
fun,
really
though?
great time.
Yeah, thanks
GG
for
Lep.
coming. Thanks
Nice
for
job.
everything.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, are we live? Like we're live.
We are indeed. Hello, hello.
Welcome!
Hi, everyone. For those of you just joining, welcome to the Hollow Knight 50th anniversary celebrations stream. We're hopefully going to start Path of Pain % soon, which is very exciting. Hi everyone. Hi, chat.
Yeah, hi. Welcome in everyone who hasn't been here, and thanks for being here, everyone who has already been here. It's been some really great races so far. I'm April, joined here by Jem, and we're going to be bringing you the Path of Pain % relay with 2 teams, with each 3 players, and yeah, it's gonna be amazing. We have some really great runners on, and first up will
Yes,
be
this is
Shana and
very
Noodles.
exciting. I'm very keen for the relay aspect. I think it's going to be really interesting. And for anyone that doesn't know, which could be most people, we have had major changes in the routing for this category. So please stick with us if we say something wrong. But we'll do our best.
Yeah, the changes have been somewhat recent, so I haven't actually gotten to run the route myself yet, the new one. But I should have some notes on what changed. Maybe I can bring them up.
Yeah, I've got mine up on screen as well. Hopefully it goes all good. But yes, so we're very keen. I love this category, so I am very excited to commentate it once again.
I think this is like my favorite category that I've run in any tourney so far, and it's just getting better. And now we are doing, I think my favorite route change is that we are now doing the Whispering route in the broken elevator shaft that goes to Basin.
Yes, and just so we know, countdown has started.
Oh yeah, the runners are off.
And
Let's
so the runners are off, which is very exciting. They will be starting any second, and we are starting currently with Noodles as first runner for Team 1 and Shana as first runner for Team 2. And yeah, so as April with cool aspects to this category, which is like going into Spirit's Glade and doing a bunch of different routes, which we don't normally do routes in a lot of categories.
Exactly.
So that's really fun.
I mean, it's basically very different from True Ending in that we don't get to trade a lot, and that's also why we do a lot of route changes, because True Ending only does like Marmu because it's on the way to trade a lot, and so we don't do that. And that kind of changes the essence routing a whole lot. Plus, I think we also do Tyrant, which we don't do in True Ending. So it's like True Ending, but with some major route changes. And we only do half of White Palace.
Yeah, essentially. And as part of the recent rerouting, we've actually added very early Darkness, and we're actually doing Galien.
I love Darkness. I love
in
Darkness
the first
so much.
segment.
Yeah, and with
anyone
Vengeful Spirit only.
Yes, and anyone who watched the old Path of Pain % tournament, not only was Galien literally the last thing that you did before heading to White Palace, but also you did it with a whole bunch of extra spells and stuff. So that's definitely going to be super interesting.
I'll sync the 2 Party and King's Pass, by the way. Yes,
with both really Shana and Noodles getting the hard fall, not cancelling it, but it's super synced. Their times are really close right now.
Yeah. It's love to see. And within a second of each other.
Has no, oh no, you go.
No, I was done.
Okay, I was just gonna say, for anyone who has never watched this category before, or is new, the idea is that we want to run all the way up to the end of the Path of Pain, but we're starting from a fresh save file. So this is very different to the category that's just how fast can you run Path of Pain. You actually have to deal with the rest of the game, and there's a lot of really difficult elements. We do a lot of hard boss fights. One in particular would be, what's his name? The False Knight. Dream Warrior. Do we still do that?
The Failed Champion.
Failed Champ. We do still do Failed Champ.
I do think, yeah. I think like the main Dream bosses that we do for any true ending S category never really changed because they are just the fastest to do, and like you wouldn't do like Grey Prince Zode for Essence, and I do believe that White Defender's also just generally much slower because there's just no reason to go into waterways, and it's a very
true.
difficult boss fight. So even though
Both Noodles
Failed
and Shana got the double spike pogo back there, and so they're actually running pretty close to each other. Shana seems to be a couple seconds ahead,
yeah.
Which I think I spotted Noodles get hit a couple times on the way down in the Crossroads toll room, although that I could have just made that up.
Yeah, and because someone asked in chat, the way this
Oh,
works
no,
is basically.
and-
Oh,
You can explain. I was just going to say Noodles missed statue pogo, which is super unfortunate. They're taking some damage on the way
Yeah.
to False Knight.
Luckily,
Anyway.
False Knight is a very consistent fight, so we don't well. And there I go, saying anything, and Noodles is down to 1 HP. I'll just shut up and explain the category, or the relay, rather. So the way it works is we'll have the first two runners racing each other until the first third of the run, basically, where they stop their timers and they will exit the save file, and then the next two runners will basically ready the same save file from the previous one, and they'll keep running from there, and that just goes until the third pair is up, and they will do Path of Pain white cover. And,
Yeah, now something you will notice about this run is that we actually kill False Knight, and the reason for that is that we enter city through main gate. Or at least we used to, I assume we still do. But also, it's really good because we can get the chest geo after this. And then we get to skip bench Viking.
Yeah. And I'm trying to read the new read notes, but really the only thing that I'm seeing is space and elevator.
Yeah, true. Oh, are we having?
Yeah, we. I think Chris
Visual-
might be cropping the next runner's restream on the.
Oh yeah,
the main-
it's it gets it. Yeah, thanks. We can see now. It gets a little bit difficult with you
Yep.
know, trying to get all the stuff in.
Preparing OBS while streaming is quite difficult.
Yeah, there we go. Now we can see. Okay, it looks like they were pretty close on their Vengeful Spirit splits. From Rix, we got in chat that Noodles had a 4:21 round and Shana had a 4:13 round. So actually, there's a bit of an 8-second difference here, which is quite a lot for the little early bit. But at the same time, Vengeful Spirit is a pretty difficult split to do optimally. And with the amount of like final bosses that we have and difficult movement in this particular category, often small gaps like these don't really make a big difference unless everyone plays perfectly.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't really translate into the late game. And that's kind of a saving grace for this category because you don't really know whether it's close until very close to the end. And we've even had paces turn around between runners in the Path of Pain % tournament that was last year. Just because Path of Pain was a checkpoint. Oh, 1 HP in Mount. By Noodles.
Yeah, unfortunate damage by Noodles, but did say falling into the spikes there, which would have been probably even worse. I'm just reading now in chat that apparently we no longer enter city through main gate, so that's fun. We now enter through resting grounds apparently.
Oh.
The
category just got more mainstream.
Yes.
But it's fine.
For people asking, the current what's the term? Relay splits that we're doing is that first runners will go basically all the way through buying the Geo from Lem, and then second runner will go from buying Lantern and finish with doing Failed Champ. And then the last runner will grab some more essence from Gorb, and then obviously do all the way to the end of Path of Pain.
So the last segment is a bit shorter, and it isn't as heavy on fights in favor of doing the obviously the most exciting part of the run, which is Path of Pain itself. And we have Kuroshi and Shai running the last segment. In case you don't know, Kuroshi is the former world record holder in this category and current second place holder. And Shai is the second place holder in Path of Pain, the IL, and has many times set the world record in the past. So both very.
So yeah, that will be a
impressive
very exciting last split. It looks like Green Path entry. There was a bit of a widening of that gap by about 13 seconds. So we had Noodles entering on a 6:39 and Shana on a 6:18. Something that we haven't actually mentioned yet, as you might have seen earlier, that we didn't do the very first fireball skip that you often see in 1-2-2-1 races, and that's because we actually run Path of Pain percent on current patch. And Shana messing up the fireball skip there up to the top of that one particular green path room. Yeah, it is a very difficult skip to get consistently. We'll see if Noodles goes for it as well, but misses. Opts to only take the one try, which is fair enough. But yeah, you'll see that we don't actually do bench Viking here because we got that extra Geo from killing False Knight at the start. So that's good.
Yeah, I don't even know how how tight the geo routing is in the beginning of this new reroute, so we'll see.
Yeah, we used to buy Green Path Stag. I believe we still do that.
Yeah, we do.
Because we come back later
For no
to
eyes.
do no eyes. Yeah. Honestly, geo routing in this category has always confused me. I don't think we've ever had one set optimal pathing. I do remember there was different options. I think we did have one particular one by the tournament final, but that has changed again. So
we did already at some point get the relic from Sia as one potential route, and I think now we get at least one relic from Sia as well. Maybe two. I'm not sure.
Believe we also get a relic somewhere funky. I'm currently looking at my notes. Sorry. Yes, we get the Glade Idol, which is super fun. It's good to see some Glade action being useful in a category. Because it's a really pretty area and I like it, so I'm glad.
I'm not having really game a Hornet here.
Yeah, some really good RNG, managing to get Hornet into that corner a couple times, and it seems to have a pretty good split. Noodles and Fish unfortunately missing a fireball. They're fireballing in the wrong direction, but otherwise seems to be having all right RNG. I would
also
definitely
fireballed in the wrong direction. They seem to be holding up to each other quite well, though Noodles is a bit behind, but it's not by much. Given that early game in this game in general is just very difficult compared to everything else. As we
you
said,
just never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, there's just not much in the late game that is consistent. So with how much leeway there is, I really don't see that this is any significant impact. But
no, definitely.
It's great to see that Shana is gaming like this. So.
Very true, very true. So it looks like that from the dash quit out, the gap has continued to widen by a little bit. It's currently sitting at 28 seconds between them. Noodles had a 9:49 and Shana had a 9:21. But yeah, again, that's not super important right now, especially also in a relay setting, because obviously you go into the whole game theory in terms of where you place your best runners in the order, what their best segments are, and that kind of thing. Nice grandmother kill from Shana. Hopefully the cleanup goes just as well.
Oh, that's... I wasn't going to say that. Was almost a great cleanup. And we will be seeing the Trailing Shade skip here as well, which is always exciting.
Yes, that is very exciting. It's a very difficult shade skip, but it's quite cool actually. We do a damage tank and a parry and a couple fireballs and stuff. But it's really cool that we get to get this really early dream now, and that is because of all of the essence that we need to collect in order to be able to get into the Path of Pain. You want to start doing that as early as possible.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
that's
unfortunate.
you really hate to see that one. But yeah, we have to collect a bit of soul here, and save Sly because we will be coming back. We want to get Shade Soul later because otherwise some of these Dream Warrior fights, like, you know, for example, Failed Champ, just why would you want to do it any other way? Oh, unfortunate death from Noodles there. But luckily they were so close to a bench that I think it's okay.
It's pretty cool how this right?
Now, did you notice, I believe both of the runners remembered to put on charms?
I didn't see, but I believe they did.
I didn't see, but also, well, chat will tell us if we're wrong.
Yeah. If not, we can probably switch them at the next bench. I don't know when the next bench is actually. Wait, I can find out. So.
Yeah, next bench would be. I actually have no idea.
I think it's probably so they do like
you
Trinity
know
Shades
what?
before Dreamer, and then they just do like Elder Who and Claw. So it's probably just going to be Mount bench. I would assume when they save quit to Mount.
They did, in fact, but they did bench at Salubra, so maybe I'm wondering if
that's true.
Resting Ground Stag somewhere,
Yeah, that's fair.
maybe. Yeah, again, this is our first time commentating this particular route of this race, so apologies for any confusion or mistakes that we might make, but we're actually here along for the ride just with you guys, so
Yeah,
it's kind of
exactly.
exciting.
We are
really.
discovering as you do. Or like
Yeah,
3
okay, so they
seconds
do bench
before.
in Resting Grounds. They do bench in Resting Grounds, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
I assume. Let's see, from Blue Lake, apparently entries were at 12, 14, 11, 31. I will actually say that I'm pretty sure both of them had really good RNG and really good attempts at the true ending shade skip. I did see Noodles have to reset their shade once because the shade did in fact fireball at them, but otherwise I'm pretty sure both of them were first try in terms of actually killing their shades, which is really good because that can be a really tricky skip sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. It's way harder than it looks. I mean, it is consistent.
Yeah, okay, cool. So
but-
we, yeah. So it looks like we Resting Ground Stag back over to Dirtmouth and, not Dirtmouth, over to Crossroads. And then we're going to go from here down to get Mantis Claw. And also do some Elder Who on the way. So that'll be cool. Elder Who RNG, let's talk about it. It sucks.
Yes.
It can make a big difference. So that's going to be really interesting, seeing if the runners get really similar RNG or how that works out for them. Because it can make a lot of difference. The main problem with Elder Who RNG is that Elder Who only has 2 attacks, and for one of them he straight up just disappears off the screen. You can't do any damage on him. Wow, really clean movement from Shana here, doing a couple nail hits to change direction, gain some momentum. Good to see the runners.
All skills
yeah?
current patch world record holder, so that is just
Makes sense.
showing in very clean movement there.
Makes sense. Good to see the runners going for the extra charm notch here. You can technically overcharm later on, but overcharmed failed champ is not something that we really want to see just because of how dangerous it is.
Yeah.
So that's really good. Make sure Noodles, good. Noodles grabs it as well. And Shana heading into the Elder Who room, so let's see how this goes. some nice doubles right off the bat. So we want to get a lot of doubles on Eldahu, because looking like bad pancake RNG so far. Yeah, because he goes off screen so easily, we want to try and get in as many hits as possible. That's 3 pancakes for Shana, unfortunate. But I have seen worse. So, knock on wood here, and we'll see how the rest of this fight goes.
I'm eagerly watching and counting the pancake attacks. It is my least favorite fight in the game, so I'm feeling for Shana here.
Okay, so that was a 5 pancake attack, so not the best RNG in terms of percentage of pancake attacks to non-pancake attacks, but Shana's fight seems to be really fast, getting lots of doubles in there and trying to make the best of the RNG that they had. So that's really good to see.
It's on that 3rd pancake attack already, so on the 4th.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, Shana having bad Eldahu RNG, but you know, this is something else. I hope it gets a bit better for Noodles here. Getting a couple doubles there. That's the 5th, so that's already up to the same as Shana.
But they've been like both having very clean early games so far, like no major mistakes. Oh, nice. Noodles finishing out. Was it 5 or 6 pancake attacks?
It was either 6 or 7. I don't remember specifically, but it was definitely worse RNG. But both runners making the best with what they had. There's definitely quite a big time difference at the moment. I assume we'll probably get some splits once we pick up Mantis Claw. Yeah, Eldahu really serving up the pancakes today, but at least it seems to be relatively equal in how terrible it was, even if Noodles fared a little bit worse. Shana getting that Mantis Claw, you love to see it. Okay, so it looks like Eldahu had a 55-second difference with a 16:53 for Noodles and a 15:58 for Shana. And here you go, you'll see from Shana our very first Whispering Root.
Yeah, it looks like we're still getting that journal. There was some debate over whether getting that journal is optimal, but it seems that it's part of the new Jira, so something.
Yeah,
like to
also
see.
pointing out that
Noodles.
Oh no,
That's really unfortunate.
That when Noodles did E-Pogo, they managed to do the E-Pogo, but unfortunately took a hit of damage while doing it, so lost the 2 damage there and has a really unfortunate death in Mantis Village before getting Mantis Claw, and that's a long trek back.
Yeah.
From resting grounds, so that's really unfortunate.
Well, that's like the latest point that we really are going to die in that split, and that's going to matter a lot, actually.
Yeah, definitely. Especially, you know, depending on how the runners go in future boss fights and stuff, those couple of minutes might be enough to make the difference here. But yeah, just really unfortunate when you get bad mantises and all that kind of stuff. And you'll see Shana has entered Deep Nest via Fungal Wastes, which is super interesting. And going alright so far. Of course, we'll be doing a couple dark rooms later on in our attempt to get to Root and also Galleon. So.
All right, we are doing the Root in the dark as well, right? Whispering.
Yeah,
Root
we
in the
are.
dark is always content.
It is. It is. The good thing about the Whispering Root, though, is that, well, it's good and bad. It's a love-hate relationship with Deep Nest Root because there's so many different paths, and that is its strength and also its weakness.
Yeah, true.
Last I checked, there wasn't really an optimal pathing for it. Although it actually might be different now because last time when we used to do Deep Nest Root, it was the last route that we did, and so you only actually needed to collect up until a certain amount of essence. Maybe now that we're doing it earlier on, you pick up the whole thing, which could be interesting.
So yeah,
In which case,
Icefire just informed me that
probably...
there is now an optimal way, and that is to not do it.
Oh, okay.
That's unfortunate. That's a really cool route to do in the dark. But...
Damn, I've clearly misread. Wait, what's MV route then? Oh, no, yeah, okay.
Mantis Village, yeah.
Lol. My bad. Okay, yeah, we did the Mantis Village route, not the Deep Nest route. We used to do the Deep Nest route. We don't do it anymore.
Yeah, I think
Anyways,
it's probably just become obsolete because of the broken elevator route. We see Shana here doing Galen. Galen is a very tough fight when you only have Vengeful Spirit, and I remember them
yeah.
practicing a few days ago, but oh,
we used to. Oh, woo, that was close. We used to do this particular fight in the category with Shade Soul, which made it a lot easier. Noodles also managed to pick up Mantis Claw there. You may have noticed that they opted not to go for E-Pogo this time around, which is fair enough. Don't want to take that double damage again and risk another death.
yeah, it's also just the 100 Geo that you have to get back. Not the worst loss, but it's just incidental Geo that you'd have to regather at some point during the run later. And because this is a relay, runners really have to make sure that their save file as they hand over to the next person is looking all right, so that the next person can do their preferred route. So
yeah, exactly. You don't want to leave the next person to clean up a mess that you've made
exactly.
in terms of Geo or anything. But yeah, luckily, no Galleon death from Shana, because this definitely isn't a category known for the havoc that Galleon deaths can wreak. But yeah, so this is super awesome. In Glade right now, very, very cool. We get to do the Glade route, and most of the Glade route, and we also pick up the Glade Idol there, as you'll see. And apparently, looking at chat, the claw split was a 20:07 for Noodles and a 16:46 for Shana. So they're currently running close to 3.5 minutes apart. And unfortunately, that death did lose Noodles almost 2.5 minutes there, which I guess it is because it is so far away. So that really sucks.
Yeah, it's a really unfortunate death to take.
You know, it's nothing. It's nothing that a couple chain deaths to Lostkin or something couldn't fix. Who's to say?
Don't curse our future runners, please.
2.5 minutes. That sounds like an extra Path of Pain run to me. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, right. I think Sawa Yoshi recently got like 230 Path of Pain %, Path of Pain, which is insane.
Yeah, wow, that's awesome.
Also, Shana, I forgot to mention, but did a really cool skip to the Whispering route, using like trans dashes or dash cancels to get around the corner there and skip going around.
Yeah, it's very nice. Also, Noodles before benching there, having a fun time scaring us with being on 1 HP for an extended period of time, even if that room is relatively safe.
Yeah.
But looks like they're heading up to Galen now. Yeah. So people asking about the runners. The team 1 is Noodles, Porm, and Shy, and team 2 is Shana, Icefire, and Kuro. So for Shana's team, the changeover will be happening relatively soon. So after doing the Seer route, Shana's going to do 0, which you'll see here. And then we still got Gorgeous Husk and Sealing to Lem. And that'll be it for them. Alright, on the left here we've got Noodles starting the Galleon fight. Let's see how this goes. I'm not going to say anything about how it goes, but let's see how it goes.
Yeah, let's see.
I'm just trying to... I don't want to say anything.
Shana finishing off 0.
It seems to be... yeah, Shana finishing off 0 really nicely. Pretty easy Dream Boss as far as they all go, so it's good to get that done and get that Essence grind. Very nice Galleon from Noodles, actually, finishing a little bit safer than Shana did on that 2 HP.
Because
so
we didn't talk about the fight.
So we've got a couple questions in chat. One is, why is the route so different from True Ending? The reason the route is very, very different from True Ending is because we don't finish the game, and so we don't need to pick up any Dreamers at all. And because of that, that also changes a little bit, not only how, we route where we choose to go and what spells we choose to get, but also it changes what essence we can pick up. So, for example, White Defender requires having Dreamers in order to be able to do that fight. Although we were saying before that it probably wouldn't be very optimal to go down there anyways, but you know, I guess the point still stands. Yeah, you're right. No Shade Cloak either. And yes, no White Fragments, so we don't need to go to Queen's Gardens for a White Fragment.
Because we don't do that, we also don't really have a reason to do Marmu for Essence. This is also why we do this extensive Dream Tree routing. I think this this category gets like, I don't know, about 100 Essence more from Dream Trees than True Ending. So...
Yeah, and I think a lot of that was just when routing, I think it was partially a conscious decision that was made to not want to do Marmu. Which, you know, I think it is optimal not to do Marmu, but I feel like I also remember that like being a point that people made is that they just straight up didn't want to do it.
Yeah, I think it's optimal for your health not to do Marmu. So...
Yeah, I would agree. Yes, we do not go into a Abyss at all. We don't need to pick up King's Brand, which means we don't need to do Hornet 2, which is good because I don't think we really need any more difficult boss fights in this category, if I'm being honest. Loving the chat comments, which include Marmu deserves better, followed by Marmu deserves nothing. Seems like we're a bit split on decisions here, chat. I think you should make, you know, maybe agree on something.
We could try making a poll, but... I'm leaning
That's
heavily
true,
towards
that's true.
Marmu deserves nothing.
Wow. Harsh. Understandable,
I think,
but harsh.
I think Marmu deserves to be included in the round percent speedrun, but that's it.
I mean, like, think of it this way. Marmu is just a little baby girl, and she doesn't deserve to be erased from existence, so she gets to vibe. That's my
Exactly.
opinion.
So, someone else can teach her to fly, so that's cool.
Exactly.
It's not gonna be our monster little knight who just takes people's souls.
So yeah, I'm not, for people asking, I personally am not super sure how that really works. I believe that the files get sent over, so there'll probably be a little bit of a transitionary period. We'll actually see this really soon, because as soon as Shana has sold to Lem, they're gonna pass the mantle over to... Who is following? Is it Icefire? I'm gonna get this wrong.
Yeah, I think Icefire versus...
Yes, Icefire. Okay,
Icefire
interesting.
versus
So
Spawn,
apparently
yeah.
the runners have practice files that they use, so that's
Yeah.
prepared files, so that's good.
Yeah, I think Shai asked me how difficult it would be to make like a server application that automatically sends the save file to the next runner, but I was like, we can probably just do things a little bit more manually.
Yeah, and thanks again to everyone correcting us in chat on the, you know, new route and everything like that. We do appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. Comms being
so as we
clueless,
can-
you hate to see it.
Yeah, you hate to see it. Okay, so lovely Rick's giving us some splits. It looks like there was only a 7-second widening of that gap in the last split, at least to 0. So 0, we've got a 27-22 from Noodles and a 23-32 from Shana, and it also looks like we've got Marmu copy pasta.
Yeah, it seems. But
I've never seen
it
that
doesn't really
before,
seem
but,
to be catching on.
It
I wonder where
doesn't.
that's coming from.
Oh man. So Noodle's heading over to a gorgeous husk. Having some pretty good movement and everything after the unfortunate death in Mantis Village. Otherwise, everything seems to be going pretty well. I think Noodles is probably a little bit less confident than Shana in the movement, but I guess that probably comes from Shana being, you know, such a practiced runner, certainly in all skills at least.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, speaking of the next runners. I'm quite excited. Ice and Palm will be a very good matchup, I think.
Yeah, I think that'll be really exciting. Palm had some really great movement in the last 80% race, so I'm really keen to see how that gets shaken up here. Sorry.
And Icefire being the third place in Path of Pain percent on the leaderboards at the moment. Only got
Yes.
a sub hour last week, I believe. And also
Oh yeah, wow, that's awesome.
being a very practiced Path of Pain runner, having had the community sum of best in room 4 for a very long time before Shy finally took it back from them.
Very true. So you'll see on the left with this what are they called? The Great Husks. Is they called Great Husks? Anyways.
Sentry, yeah.
That we actually have to do that. You cannot do the lever skip in current patch because Team Cherry said, we don't want you skipping half of our game, please come back. And patched all that out. So we do actually have to do that at the moment. Noodles once again vibing on one mask.
Not healing.
You love to see it. Oh yeah, so for anyone, I guess this is a good time while the changeover is happening. For anyone who's only just joining us, we're currently running Path of Pain percent, which is where you start a new game and go up all the way until the end of Path of Pain. And we're doing it as a relay race, so that's why not much is happening on the right-hand side of the screen at the moment. We're having a bit of a runner changeover. And that's about to happen for Noodles as well, with Noodles finishing out their part of the segment right now, which is good to see.
Exactly. So it looks like Noodles 30-50 is what I saw, because apparently they didn't have the timer automatically stop there. Unless I'm mistaken. I thought that it ends on Cell to Lem, but it seems that they are still continuing. Maybe I missed something.
Yes, and for people asking, so what I mean when I say we play the game normally is that the more well-known category is the Path of Pain IL, which is literally where you only do Path of Pain, whereas what this category is running the actual game, you know, from King's Pass, etc., all the way up to the end.
Yeah, maybe they
Noodles
missed
miss
something. People in chat are saying Rafter Seal, maybe.
Oh, it's possible. The geo routing is so confusing, to me at least, but maybe my small brain just can't handle it. Yeah, okay, they didn't get Rafter Seal, apparently. That's really unfortunate, having to go back for that. It's a good thing it was noticed, though.
Oh yeah, it's possible that they quit out because they were at 1 HP and were focusing on not dying.
Yeah, I think that's really likely. And also probably, well, not that I think of this particular movement, but just habit, I guess, as well, not going over there from this direction.
Oh yeah, they seem to be slightly confused. But no, they have it. I wonder if they still have to sell it to Lem. Yeah, that seems like it.
So apparently there was a couple mistakes in Essence collection, which I think would probably be in the Glade route, because we don't actually collect all of the Glade route. It looks like when I think Shana missed one Essence, I believe.
I don't think it has strong consequences. The runners are going to be telling their head over runner to collect that essence. So
yeah, there'll be conversations happening so that everyone's up to speed with what they're doing. and knows what's going. So yeah, really good job to both of the first segment runners, Shana and Noodles. GG's to both of you.
We might have to update the timer for is it Palm or Icefire?
There we go.
On the Noodles team. Oh yeah, there we go.
That would be Palm, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so really great job to those first runners. It's definitely daunting being the first runner in my opinion, but they both did a really great job of it. So it's really nice
Yeah,
to
and also
see.
this isn't the it's not the easiest segment given Elder Who and
Elder
all
Who and
the-
Galleon, yeah.
Yeah, all the sections where you can just lose a lot of time if you die, as we saw with Noodles, unfortunately.
Yeah, definitely. So for anyone either just joining or hanging about, we hope you stick around while we quickly finish this changeover. Section 2 of the race will be beginning really shortly. And so we've got, I gotta go find the route again. I believe we're now doing Lantern all the way through to Failed Champ, which is a pretty big split. You've got a lot to do in this one.
Yeah, this is like all of the mid game basically. I think it does it have all of the dream bosses? Yeah, it does. So like Lostkin, Failed Jump, and Soul Tyrant. Soul Tyrant is such a great fight.
So just because in chat was asking if the next runners are not using the same save files as the current runners, then how does it work if one of the runners misses something in this segment? I believe it's just that they have to note down that they have to pick up that extra thing or whatever.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's just kind of, I mean, obviously we're watching to make sure they do it, but it's a bit more of an honor system rather than editing the save file or something like that.
Exactly. Like if there's like a major thing that gets missed and it doesn't get corrected by the next runner, then we might have to do like settle on a penalty, a type penalty usually, but this isn't usually the case because people do keep track of this and they will just note it to the next runner and then it'll be fine. So yeah, shoutouts to Florent for updating all of the runner commands to be up to date with so many handovers. That's really incredible work.
Yes, absolutely. And very cool to see that we've got segment 2 starting off with some sync. The players starting around the same time, which is really awesome.
I'm not sure if Palm's timer is running. It doesn't look like it's running.
No, it is not.
Is this still Palm's timer, or is this Noodle's timer, or is this actually Palm's timer? Yeah, Palm seems like Palm is pausing. Seems to have noticed. So let me check what people are writing. People are writing a lot.
I assume it will get
Oh, okay,
fixed.
no, it's going. Yeah.
There we go. And Palm just waiting a little bit to let the timer catch up to the movement. So this segment, we saw Icefire grab Lantern. So what we're going to do next is Crystal Peaks. And it's pretty much just classic Crystal Peaks stuff, although we do have to make sure that we grab that shop key on the way. We are in fact going to return for Elegant Key because we don't hate ourselves, and we want to get Shade Soul before doing Failed Champ.
Yeah.
So.
And Shade Soul is just like the obvious choice for this because, I mean, you could use D-Dark, but D-Dark only for Tyrant is kind of annoying and really like. Shade Soul makes everything easier, and since we don't get Shade Cloak, Abyss Shriek is just not an option. So, not to mention
no,
that,
it is not.
yeah, it wouldn't even be an option, like even if we got Shade Cloak, because, like, even in True Ending, Shriek Route and Shade Soul Route are so close together, but that's because Shriek actually saves a lot of time on Radiance, and we don't do Radiance here, so like,
Very true.
there's not really like much time saved from getting that. Unless you like put Hornet right at the
okay.
start.
No, very true. So Rick's saying that the Lantern split was a 33-28 and a 27-42. So that about 2-minute add in time was because I would assume of the Forgotten Relic on Noodle's team.
Yeah, that does really hurt. So
Both runners remembering to grab shop key, although Pawn taking some unfortunate extra damage
yeah.
here.
Pawn on 1 HP and peak. That's not what you like to see.
No, I don't know if he will. Yeah, okay, good. He'll
Yeah.
opt to heal. I mean, technically you can do the next section damageless, but it's just, why would you put yourself through
Yeah.
the stress of being on 1 HP for it the whole time?
Also, there's a decent chance that Pawn will try to do the damage tank cycle for Crystal Heart, and cannot.
true.
Yeah, now gets the inventory drop. Not sure if that's still save time
Nice.
at this point.
Probably
But,
not, but you know, I guess not having dive, maybe it did a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, you'll see because of their inventory drop in current patch is literally frame perfect. So yeah, Pawn going for the damage cycle on that fun little 1
HP.
HP. Hopefully we'll still go for
and
underflat.
underflat.
Yeah,
Let's
nice.
go.
Very nice.
Oh.
Both of them having pretty good Crystal Peaks movement. I think Pawn probably took a bit longer, taking some damage there, which is a bit unfortunate having to stop to heal, but you know, it happens. Yeah,
And
Noodles
Ice
in chat
using-
saying that team left is always on 1 HP, which is very true.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm wondering if that'll hold until the rest of the race. When we see Shy taking over 14-3. I hope not, but
Hopefully not. Okay, so there was only a slight change in the times for the C- split. They're currently sitting at 5 minutes 48 apart, which is a pretty big gap for this part of the race. But there's still a lot of big turning points later on. So, you know, I guess you never know what's going to happen. So it looks like right now we, I believe, go back to Lem to sell, because we're going to go buy Elegant Key from Sly after this. And so that we can come back and do Shade Soul, Dive, and Tyrant, which is super interesting because in the old route, we used to do Dive super early. But I would say that we're probably now doing it after halfway through the run, which is really interesting.
yeah, exactly. Like earlier, you would just do like left side city through the Pilgrim's Way, and now it's just after getting like all of the other stuff and right side city. So
Yeah, Icefire getting some unfortunate Soul War. Wait, no, what are they called? Soul Twister RNG there, but oh, sorry, my bad. They have already bought Elegant Key. They're not about to go buy it. As a
so that
correction.
actually means that we are not going back for Soul Tyrant after getting dived, but we'll actually just probably leave the room and do Soul Tyrant right then and there, which is
Yeah.
cool. I always like when you don't have to like revisit out of the way area, and that may actually be the reason why the reroute actually saves time. So
Yeah, very true.
Sanctum is just a long way to go.
Yeah, it really is. But I really like Sanctum personally. I mean, not necessarily in a race setting, but
Yeah, definitely not.
I enjoy the vibes. I enjoy the music. I think so. Gosh, I always confuse all the different names. Soul Master is a banger boss fight, and I love it. So yeah,
It's up there.
neither Pom or Icefire. I mean, no. What am I saying? Pom and Icefire are both doing a good job against Norman too. There, that's what I meant to say. Icefire now into Hellroom Junior. Not so bad now that we actually have Shade Soul here, which is really interesting. I hadn't actually thought about that yet, but yeah, having Shade Soul. Oh, and the other thing for people asking before about why we get Dive is we also want to be able to get the essence from Soul Tyrant. So you got to kill Soul Warrior to do that, and then Dive is right there. So you might as well pick it up.
Exactly.
Yep.
So yeah, you can't
No, yeah,
really avoid
so-
getting dive if you're getting Soul Tyrant, so like...
No, and actually, if I remember correctly, and my memory of the old route is kind of hazy now, but I'm pretty sure we used to do Crystal Peaks before getting Lantern, because we used to get Lantern on the way to Gorb. So I think
Yeah, exactly.
actually we used to use Dive to get Crystal Dash early, if I remember. Oh, Form having a
sounds correct, yeah.
horrendous hell room there, but managing to make it through relatively unscathed. I mean, as long as you go without a death, that's all you could really ask for. Yep, I agree, chat. Soul Sector music is banger. The boss fight is banger. And is a lot easier, as you can see, with Ice finishing that one off super quickly because we have Shade Soul. And Shade Soul doubles do so much damage onto Soul Master if you can get them. Now, I will say, while this fight is still happening, that in the Shade Soul split, Form actually saved 12 seconds, which is super interesting. I'm not quite sure what that was from. I've already forgotten, but it happened, so...
Yeah, that's impressive. I mean, Palm is a really good any percent runner and just a good runner in general. Also recently got a top 10 Path of Pain at 206 if I recall correctly, which is just very
wow.
gamer. So.
Oh man, Soul Master. What's the term? I'm gonna say part 2. What's the phase 2? Soul Master phase 2 with Shade Soul is so good. That's awesome. It's so easy. I always struggle with phase 2, even when I've got good equipment.
I just love the Soul Tyrant fight. It's such a fun fight.
It is good. It is fun how fast it is.
Exactly.
So you can see Ice doing Soul Tyrant has already gotten 1 double, which is really good because I believe Shade Soul doubles do something whack like 8% of Soul Tyrant's health.
Yeah, I think it's something like that. It's
so
80 damage, and I believe. Yeah.
Yeah. So you want to get as many as you can in this segment. So for the times, so the times for Dive was a 40-52 for Palm and a 35-10 for Ice Fire. Yeah. I don't want to say too much. I don't want to comms curse either of the fights that are happening right now. I will say that Ice Fire has gotten really... No, wait, who? Palm has gotten really good doubles RNG up until this point. Hopefully that continues, and Ice is entering phase 2 right now. Managing to get a Shade Soul off during the dive phase, which is really good. 2 of them, actually. Not getting the best spawn, but you make do with what you get, I guess.
I think that was that was almost the 1 cycle on the second phase, and
yeah, it was pretty close. You can actually see Ice finishing the fight during the dive phase rather than in this. I guess you could call it a stagger.
Yeah. Exactly.
Palm getting much better RNG, being able to stay on the ground just makes it easier to avoid all the soul orbs, and gets a 1 phase there, which is really good to see.
Actually, sure seems a little bit like Palm is catching up to Icefire here.
Yeah, I think Palm probably had a better Soul Tyrant, I think.
Yeah.
Icefire accidentally doing Icefire accidentally doing a fake dive there and having to collect some extra soul in order to go down. It's actually
I
kind
think
of whack.
that might have been intentional because it saves you
really?
from having to go back up. Yeah.
Oh, that's true, actually. Yeah, you're right. I did in fact get GeoChest. Did Pawn get GeoChest?
Yeah, they are both on matched Geo accounts, so
Yeah, nice.
both fairly matched.
But it looks like the Tyrant splits were 42-46 and 37-11. So Pawn did in fact save about 7 seconds in the Soul Tyrant fight, which is pretty good.
Yeah. They are both very skilled players, so...
Oh, apparently they didn't get the Geo... Did they not get the... Oh, of course, you don't get the GeoChest in the new route because you've already bought everything. Yep, sorry,
true,
chat.
really? Okay.
I'm still getting confused. Yes, they didn't grab the GeoChests. We used to, because we used to have to buy stuff after this, but we've already bought Lantern and we've already bought Elegant Key, so I don't actually think there's anything else we need to buy. So thank you.
At this point.
Yeah, thank you to Rekka for that correction. I hope I said that all right.
Yeah, it's Rekka, yeah.
Oh, sick. So now this is really interesting, is that we do some elevator route, which is new. And
yeah, the collection cool. The collection route for this room is really interesting to optimize, and it's been like lab for this category in the last 2 days. It's really cool to see.
Yeah, like all of these route changes have, I think, most of them have been predominantly made in like the last couple weeks, really.
Exactly. Yeah.
Pawn doing a nice little damage tank there in order to make sure that he doesn't miss one essence that he had to grab. And yeah, so now we're heading down to Broken Vessel, and we have to do Lostkin as well and get Wings. Make sure that you get both of those things and not forget one or the other.
Yeah, that has happened in a couple of prior races. People forgetting Wings.
It has.
Or
yeah,
actually,
or
I think someone
forgetting...
someone did Lostkin and then forgot to collect the essence, something like that. So.
Yeah, I remember that. I feel like that was either Kuro or Quado. I don't remember. I don't know why those names are coming to my head, but that's my first
probably because they are the...
Could be totally wrong though.
Because they were the grand finals competitors.
Oh, maybe that's why. So our basin splits were 45-16 and 39-53. So Pawn saving another 12 seconds in that last split there, which is really good. Trying to make that 5 minute gap just that little bit smaller.
Yeah. It's moving, but they're both just doing this really cleanly, I feel. And looks like we're going to be seeing basin jump from Ice here. Yeah, gets it second try. I think that still breaks even with going left side. If you get it first try, it saves 2 seconds. If you miss it any more often than once, then it will lose time.
Yeah, Pawn missing it twice, so losing a tiny little bit of time there. But let's see how these Lostkin fights go. So wait, which one's this? Broken Vessel. Broken Vessel itself isn't too bad because we have Shade Soul. Ice doing really nicely at dodging most of that attack there and getting a bunch of Shade Souls off, which is really good. We also can get some depending on the attack that the Broken Vessel / Lostkin chooses to do. You can get doubles, I think. Even triples, is that a thing?
I think that's quite rare, I think.
I think it's quite rare, but technically possible. Both runners opting to do the Lostkin fight first, which makes sense. You got a little bit less distance to travel in that way. Yeah, chat pointing out that they both had really good Morlock RNG. That's very true. I think they took pretty minimal damage as far as I saw. Interestingly, both of them taking damage really early on into this Lostkin fight, about the same. Although Pawn seems to have fared slightly better in the continuation. Oh, and takes damage as I say that. My apologies for the comms curse. It's not the worst one we've had though, so.
True. Lostkin Fast is a fight that you have to play fairly aggressively, and it's really easy to take damage. That's
Yeah, definitely. It's because you want to be able to try and get most hits off as possible, but at the same time, with the dash length of that Lostkin being just a little bit bigger than you expect, it's really easy to take damage in trying to damage it. Oh, nice double at the end there for Pom to finish off the fight and damage warping out. Timing it correctly so as to not mess it up. Icefire doing the damage warp as well, which is really good to see. I think Pom had a better Lostkin fight there by
I think so too.
quite a
I mean,
bit.
Pom is now ahead of Icefire, so of course not in terms
yeah.
of the timer because of the previous, but I think that Pom was behind on the stream in Soul Sanctum and now is ahead on Wings. So.
No, definitely. It looks like there was a 10-second save in that last split, which is pretty crazy. But goes to show how different Lostkin can be depending on the RNG and how you play it. I think Icefire had to... Oh, I think they both had to heal at least once during the fight, honestly.
Yeah.
Also, someone asking about why there's a difference in times if they're at the same spot. Part of the reason for that is because we are currently doing a relay race. So a lot of that time was lost in the first segment of the relay, but then we opted to start the second relay segment at the same time, just so it was a bit more visually consistent.
Yeah. And Rick's just saying that Pom has made up 40 seconds over the course of his segment, so that's really incredible.
Yeah, that's pretty insane so far. He literally just made it up with movement, slightly better fight RNG, and also just slightly better fights in general. Yeah, the play sync is really good. At the moment, it's really nice to see it running along next to each other.
And here they're getting Dreamgate.
Sorry. Yeah, grabbing Dreamgate now, which is interesting. I believe that is now the set, like I think there is actually a set optimal seer route now, if I'm not mistaken. They didn't used to be. Although I think a lot of people liked to grab Dreamgate because of initially having to do QGA, which I don't think we even need to do anymore.
Good question. Do we do QGA?
No, it doesn't look like it. I don't think we go into Queen's Gardens at all.
Yeah, true.
Interesting. So we're now entering the last part of this segment. All we've got left is Feldchamp. And
Just
so,
them, and then the segment 3 starts, right? That's actually incredible.
yeah. And we're actually...
That actually went by
getting-
so fast, I didn't notice.
I know. It's interesting because it's there's a lot to do in that segment, but also it's quite fast. It goes by really quickly. Which I guess is because, you know, obviously the first segment is collecting movement and a lot of stuff like that, which takes a bit longer.
Ice missed the Dream Nail on the first Maggot, which you usually do to get full soul at the beginning of the fight. Probably
Yeah, that's really unfortunate.
standing in the corner. Oh, letting themselves get killed. Yeah, okay. Just so that they can regain the soul. They could have probably Dream Nailed Failchap instead, but I assume that
I
they
feel
just have a rhythm for the fight that they don't want to lose, probably.
Yeah, I mean, I think with a fight like this, once you've learnt it one way, you really don't want to have to try and do it differently.
Exactly.
Because it is very much a fight that's like you practice one technique over and over to try and get it right, because of how difficult it is. Yikes. Ice taking some
especially
early
because-
damage.
Yeah, because this
Unfortunate.
Shade Soul fight is also significantly more more difficult than the Abyss Shriek fight, so definitely
Yeah,
makes
definitely.
sense that they wanted to reset there.
It is good to be able to get the triples though, which is really fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a pretty scary fight, but a really good. Wow, did you? Wow, huge form save. Goodness, did you? Whew.
I didn't
Missing
see it
that
actually.
shade soul. It was missing one of the shade souls right at the end of the fight.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
But everything went fine. Oh, interesting. Icephire's saying apparently that they didn't mean to die to.
Oh, their computer froze
So-
as they loaded into FateChamp. That is unfortunate.
Oh, that does suck. Although you could
Yeah.
have totally played it off as like purposeful strategy, but we do hate to hear about computer issues.
Yeah.
But a big congratulations to both of the runners for finishing the second segment of the relay. Both did really well. Pawn particularly making up a lot of time in that segment, just purely from how they were playing and the movement.
Very
And also
impressive.
for that save right at the end there at Failed Champ, because man, you would not want a death
No.
at the end of Failed Champ.
I mean, it
So
would
it
have
looks
put them closer together, but given that Team 1 does need to make still quite a bit of time back, it's probably good that. But then it's
Yeah.
good that Pom managed to clutch that out. So yeah, GG
Yeah,
to both of you.
definitely. It
And
looks
also
like
cool to see them
Pawn-
finish roughly at the same time.
Yeah,
on
certainly
the
with the sync.
screens. Yeah.
Looks like Pom made up 27 seconds in that last split, which makes a lot of sense, I guess, with the death from Icefire and everything. But apparently, Rick's in chat saying that Pom made up a total of over a minute of time in that split, which is crazy for how quick the split went by.
It's really incredible.
Yeah, so we are setting up the last segment, and the last segment is going to go by very quickly as well. So we've got to
So you hope
go a little bit out of our way.
we
Oh,
hope
yeah?
not to see any deaths
Oh,
in
yeah.
White Palace or Path of Pain. There's
Cough,
always
cough.
that last King's Mold in Path of Pain that Boomerang can kill you even after you've finished, technically. So, which has happened in races.
Yeah.
We are not expecting to see that, and I don't want to come scores here, but Shai and Kuroshi are both extremely good runners, and especially for White Palace. Kuroshi just today got the first ever 108 in True Ending current patch, and Shai
Yeah, wow.
having had the White Palace world record for both 106 and 107 plus. Now only for 106 because Gwonky took it for 107 plus, as far as I know, but still very incredible runners. So looking forward to that. And it's gonna take some mistakes from Shai for Kuroshi to win this for Team 2, because the timers are just still quite a bit apart. So
Yeah, there's not a lot of, like, I feel like a majority of the kind of time loss / time save would have happened in segment 2. I mean, segment 3, obviously, apart from, you know, possible deaths during Path of Pain or whatever, Gorb is an easy fight. You can have bad no eyes RNG, but not enough for 5 minutes of it. So yeah, it will definitely take a lot for that difference to be made up in this last segment, but you know, I guess you never know what will happen.
Right. It looks like the runners have been counted down and are off now. So good luck.
Good luck.
Yeah.
And here's to hoping to no King's Mold deaths, knock on wood.
King's Mold deaths. Let's go. Hopefully. I remember Shai asking in a chat earlier, how do I do King's Molds in Path of Pain, and honestly that's a mood, because if you've been running the individual level, mostly where you have Pure Nail loadout and Dashmaster Sharp Shadow, it's quite different from this loadout, which is very similar to True Ending, where you have to fight them with Shade Soul only, basically, and Near Zero. So it's a much tougher fight, and if you're not careful, it can go wrong. So let's hope that doesn't happen.
No, very true. Apparently Shy benched in Dutmouth, which is interesting because I don't think you're meant to bench there.
Yeah. Good question. I didn't see, but oh, Shy
Because I'm
trying the
pretty
early
sure-
control, but I forgot they had Dream Wielder.
Ah, fair enough. Yeah, no, because we now also interesting. Shy's game is in English. Lol. I shouldn't make that much of a difference during Path of Pain segment. I don't think we're seeing much dialogue here, but still, it's interesting.
I think the only dialogue we're going to see is probably Dream, Warrior Dream dialogue when you finish them off. So, oh, actually, no,
Yeah.
you can just dream them. You don't actually have to interact with them at all. So I
No,
don't think
that's
it'll
true.
make different.
No, I probably won't. But both heading through Green Path are now going to do No Eyes, and this is the last Essence collection that we have to do before we can go grab Awoken Dream Nail and head to White Palace.
Yeah.
Oh, Sia dialogue.
All right, yeah, Sia is a big one. That's true.
a big one.
I mean, Shy does have actually. Oh, yeah. I somehow switched them up, and I thought that Shy has like the buffer from being ahead, but I actually just realized that they don't. They are on the team that has to make back sometimes, so
Yeah.
that does impact it. Unfortunate, because actually changing the language in the menu, I'm not sure how long that takes. If you practice, it might only take 2 seconds, and that might actually be worth it for Sia dialogue. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, especially at this point, like, yeah, Sia does have a lot of dialogue. Wow, you're getting at least really good starting No Eyes RNG, managing to get 3 Shade Souls off right at the start there before she teleported. Wow, that was fast. Wow, that was and a fast one for Shy as well.
And Kuroshi getting the early control on No Eyes by Dream Nail dropping into the spikes while Dream Nailing No Eyes. That's really cool. That allows you to save quit just that little bit earlier.
Yeah, wow, that's it's rare to see really good No Eyes from both teams because her RNG just sucks, but it's good to see her, you know, leveling out the playing field a little bit in terms of that RNG. Yes, so for some people asking if you're joining right at the end, Path of Pain % is the first to complete Path of Pain from a fresh save file. It's different to Path of Pain IL. Although if you're joining just now, you'll soon be seeing the Path of Pain segment of the run. Although it is different to IL because we don't have the same build. Yeah, well, we got to do a little bit of White Palace first, but this next bit of White Palace, I believe, only takes like 5 minutes, right?
Oh, less. I mean,
Less?
yeah, definitely.
I'm not a runner, I don't know.
I mean, it optimally takes less, so. Shy
nice
just
dodge there from
narrowly
Shy.
dodging.
Yeah, that was really good. Hero taking a little bit of damage from the King's Molds there. I mean, look, fair enough, it's a bit difficult.
Yeah, true. King's Molds, if you don't just one-shot them, they are actually quite RNG heavy, just because of the ways that they can evade you and jump back. Shy doing
definitely.
King's Mold skip here, really cool. Gets it first try, that definitely saves some time.
Yeah, that's awesome. Also, talking about time saves, apparently Shy saved 12 seconds in the No Eyes split, and 1 second in the White Palace entry split. So currently the gap is sitting at about 4.5 minutes, which is crazy considering I believe the largest point was something like 5:48 or something.
Yeah.
And yeah, people pointing out Shy gaining time even with the English text. You love to see that.
Yeah, that's impressive. That means that they have been playing extremely well. Kuro falling in the Cloud Pogo once, but manages to recover it.
That's good. That's good.
Putting them ever so slightly closer together. Still, Shy will really need to play
Oh,
absolutely flawless and have
that was some nice
Kuroshi.
movement though.
Yeah, Probably
Saving
will
the
have
spike
to-
jump there, which is
Yeah.
good.
we'll have to take a death from
and-
Kuroshi or two in order to bring them
Yeah.
up here.
Probably. Although really nice movement from Shy here. That was really good snake jumps. In that one room.
Yeah.
And yeah, Shy is just zooming through this segment right now. Hero resetting the room to try and get right on that cycle. It is a very fast room. You've got to go basically as soon as you get in.
Getting hit in Heck Corridor.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Shy got hit in that corridor as well.
Yeah, it's. Oh, and Kuro going for the for the fast cycle. And the C dash. That's cool. You like to see that?
Very nice. And the quit out, which I
Okay.
think Shy did do as well.
Yeah, I think it saves like point something seconds. So.
Yeah, but no, that Dream Now drop was good.
True. Next
But
would be
yeah,
Shy doing this room, which is can be done very fast. Seems like they are choosing to go ever so slightly safer, but still very fast and without really any hesitation. So that's good.
yeah. And let's see how this skip goes. Ooh, one hit. There we go. Second try, and that one hit that was pretty close. I actually can't believe that Shy took that damage there because it was
Yeah.
right coming out of the what's it called? Double jump. The wings.
Luckily, he remembers to hit the lever. If you forget that lever, then you have to do all of the right side again.
No one would ever forget that level, would they?
Oh, I have never forgotten that lever ever in a race ever. Certainly not
Hell.
me, no.
Hell.
And Shy up to Path of Pain. Let's go.
Are really
Entering
coming
before
right
Kuroshi.
down. So no sub hour from Shy. That's okay. This segment has been really smooth and gone really well so far. Knock on wood, I guess. But Kuroshi entering Path of Pain as well. And we'll see how this goes.
I'm not doing the task L1 down dash, probably because they don't have Dash Master and Sharp Shadow, but
Yeah. Nice first try, the main segment of first room from
Yeah.
Shy.
the entire
Um,
first room as well.
Hero
Even
taking
doing
some
the-
damage right near the end of that first segment of first room, which is really unfortunate. It is a
Oh,
really
that's
difficult
fortunate.
room.
I mean, unfortunate.
You say fortunate? Man, that's fortunate.
No, I mean, I like both of these runners a lot, so I don't have a preference for who I want to win, but I obviously want the teams to be a bit closer together just for the sake of upping the tension, and that's
for
just
upping
not
the
going to
drama.
happen.
I think no matter what I'm watching, my brain always roots for the underdog. Although I am rooting for both teams here to have the best Path of Pain that they can have.
You have dive. You could have dived here.
Probably.
Shy not
Here-
diving despite the optimal IL strat being to dive there on current patch.
True. No, what's it called? No Thorn Skip from Shy. Probably just playing it a little bit safer. Trying to
Save
get
time
through.
here because it's very, very difficult to get without Long Mark of Pride.
No,
to
that's
just
true,
even get up there.
actually.
So,
Although we did see it a couple times in the tournament. I feel like there was one in the grand final, if I remember correctly.
oh, really? That's amazing.
Yeah. Oh, Kira taking some damage in this room as well. Not having as smooth of a Path of Pain as Shy, but
Yeah, you can really tell the experience here of 20,000
Wow.
attempts in Path of Pain by Shy.
yeah, Shy's zooming through last room, the room that I hate with a passion. So I'm very impressed with that.
Oh,
Taking some
Shy,
damage,
please
to the
don't.
King's Molds. I'm not
Shai-
even gonna say anything.
No, that's I can't
Oh.
believe that.
That's awful. That's
I think
that was
I think
so
Shai
close too.
forgot that they had Shade Soul, because Shade Soul would have done more damage to the right King's Bolt, and I think they just tried to D-Dark here, which they didn't have, and miscalculated that damage.
Yeah, wow,
Um,
that's awful because that was super close too. I mean, obviously one of the
Yeah.
King's molds was dead.
I mean, that is essentially GG for Team 2, because even if Kuro takes a death here, he will be probably able to do another Path of Pain before Shai finishes, so that is unfortunate.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say GG yet, because you never know what will happen, but it's at this point, Shai has to complete all of the Room 1, which they just did pretty flawlessly, and then also Room 3 and 4 again, so
Yeah,
That's just
because you got to
another
remember
limit.
that even though the screens are synced, the actual timers are not.
yeah.
They are not neck and neck right now. Kuro is about 4.5 minutes ahead, at least at this point, and is on last room as we speak. So, yeah, would either take getting super stuck on last room, or probably more than one death possibly.
Yeah, it would take, I think, more than one death at this point to bring them
Yeah.
up to par.
Although I do have to say, Shai getting back to last room so speedily,
Yeah.
to the point where they're actually both on last room together, which is crazy.
Well, and Shai doing the fast cycle here for the last room and not waiting to get the next cycle. So. And
Oh
even
my gosh, that dodge was
squeezing in between
insane. Did
those.
you see that?
Yeah, I saw that. That's incredible. And the blessings. Love to see it.
There we go. Whoa. But yeah, that dodge was wow. That
Shai
was close.
finishing out. Still before Kuroshi in terms of the screen, but sadly not before. Sadly not ahead on the timer. So
Yeah, I mean, I guess props for doing 2 runs of Path of Pain in the time of Kuro doing 1.
I feel like they just felt like they had to.
Yeah.
Oh, and that
And
was a
that's-
really clean King's Mod from
Wow,
Kuroshi.
that was no damage from Kurashi at all.
And very fast. Okay, GG both. So
There
that
you
is
go.
GG for Team 2 and Team 1. And yeah,
What a good matchup.
amazing runs.
Taking the drama all the way to the end. GG to these two, and GG to the teams overall. Really cool
Absolutely
to
well
see a
done.
relay version of this race. I really liked it.
And looking at the timers, I mean, 59 or just like sub hour in general is a really good time. That would be like top 4 on the leaderboards, and 103 is also just really
Yeah. Hey
good.
guys!
Hey! GG's.
Holy crap! Wow, Jesus, that was loud. Congratulations to both of you, and obviously to your respective teams as well. That time save on that last Path of Pain split, I mean, Shai, the death, but you still saved 35 seconds in that split doing 2 runs of Path
Incredible.
of Pain. That's insane.
Shai's
Absolutely.
good.
So, congrats on
Shai's
that.
really
Congrats to
good.
both of you. Yeah. How did you guys
Yeah.
feel doing the last, how did it feel coming right in at the end of a relay for this matchup?
I'm gonna be real. I am absolutely tired. So all in my mind, I was like, okay, thank God I don't need to do so many things.
I feel that. I
Real.
feel that.
Yeah.
And what about you, Shai? How'd you feel you went in that last segment?
Actually, kind of calm. I mean, I knew that we couldn't win anymore anyway, realistically speaking. And so I was pretty chill, enjoyed. I just
So you were
really
like,
hoped that
I mean, you
Yeah.
could've just,
how many Path of Pains can you finish before Kuroshi finishes? Yes, man.
I mean, you could have just DM Shai. You could have just DM me, and I could have thrown. I mean,
Oh,
You could have thrown for the
But-
content.
content. Exactly. The content. That's what we're all here for, isn't it?
the
Yeah,
donation
exactly.
didn't come through. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I really tried to not die to the king mods. Like I died in every practice run that I've done to the king mods because it's so awkward with that loadout.
Yeah, I
And
totally get that.
and I don't know, like the game. I don't know if the game ate my input, but like I pressed jump like 5 times in a row, and the game was like, "No, you're not gonna jump."
Were you intending to like do dives at the end there? Because I think you probably would have lived if you had just Shade Salt instead of diving.
Yeah, I don't know. The thing is like, Icefire told me about how they are always doing like dive strats, and so I started doing them as well because it's so much safer than Shade Soul. And the problem with Shade Soul is that usually the moment you try to Shade Soul, they attack you, or like the other one comes over and attacks you, and then you're like,
Yeah, true.
just true.
So,
And so I tried
yeah,
to
because
dive as
you
much as
don't have
possible.
shade cloak, so you can't actually like dodge through a boomerang if it comes your way. But
Yeah.
And
also,
the cool
dive just does so little damage.
It does more damage than one shit soul hit if you hit all.
Exactly.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's difficult on moving targets like King's Molds, especially like if you try to dive them and then they suddenly decide to, oh wait, no, I want to move to the right.
You had a really clean King's Mold, Kuroshi.
Yeah, I mean after what happened last time, nah, I'm not. That's yeah.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
But yeah, wow. Congratulations to both of
Yeah,
you.
absolutely gamer. Like, well done.
We're running a little bit behind in terms of schedule, so we'll probably wrap up this interview pretty quickly. But a big GG's to both of you and to both of your teams for
Absolutely.
a really exciting race.
Yeah,
GG's from me as well, and thanks for participating. This was a lot of fun to commentate. I'm so glad to be back on Path of Pain percent comms. I've been kind of missing it for the last half a year. So
Absolutely, and thanks again to Chris for the restream and fixing all audio, and also having the extra job with all the relays trying to fit everyone's loadouts and everything. Did a really good job.
Amazing job, Chris. And I think we are probably going to be switching restreamers in just a minute as well. So I'm not sure if Nerf is going to come in and announce that again, but yeah, I believe that we're currently preparing for the next restreamer to take over. And I don't know what's the state on that.
But yeah, anyways, thank you everyone who watched, came to support the runners. Stick around. I believe we have a rando next. Is it rando?
Oh, what is it actually? There should be a schedule directly underneath the
item
channel.
6 spoiler rando. Yeah.
Yeah, trending. Let's go.
Yeah, very nice. So yeah, I hope everyone has a very good day or night wherever they are, whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
And thanks everyone for
Have a great
watching.
one.
Path of
And thanks
Pain.
for commentating with me, Jen. That was really a lot of fun.
No,
So, yeah.
you.
The comms are great. Real for real.
Everyone enjoy the rest of the 5th anniversary marathon, and yeah, see you there. Bye.
Thanks, chat. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Hello again. I hope you guys continued to miss me. So we just finished the pop race, and up next we have the spoiler rando. It's a 2v2 true ending item sync. And we're switching restreamers. Chris just did the last 2 events, so big shout outs to Chris. She did an absolutely phenomenal job. And up next we have Kali Monster doing the next restream. So we're gonna be down for a couple minutes again, and then we'll be back to do some rando and then some glitches showcases. So it should be fun. So yeah, nobody leave. See ya.